So there's this block here. I'll show you why there's this block. Look at the road conditions, like proper bolsters, big rocks being kept, and they're making roads now. And this is why there was a block, and they'll let traffic one way and then stop the other way. Once that is done, the other way traffic is left. So Hemant is swapped his bike, so he's using Madhu's 250, which has oil leak problem. That's what Madhu had mentioned, and Madhu is riding his X-Pulse. Oh man, look at this dust. Wow! Full of kit karma, sandal, foul. So we just stopped here. Couple of things happened. One is Sham's DB killer just fell off his exhaust system. Let me just show you. There you see, the DB killer is just flew off of his exhaust system. So we just stopped, and also one more thing was Hemant just updated that the brake on the KTM 250 is also not sufficient, so we need to tighten the brake as well. Yes. So just fixing the DB killer, which had just flown off. So Asif is just getting it fixed.
Moral of the story ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ಬೋಲ್ಟ್ ಬಿದ್ರು ಆಸಿಫ್ ಭಾई ने बोल्ट टाइट ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
आसिफ भाई के साथ बहुत सारा बोल्ट है.
इसकी ब्रेक टाइट कर. थैंक यू सर. टाइट मारो स्टाइल जरा सर. आप में ब्रेक नहीं बिल्कुल. सेकंड लगो मुझे फुल बैक ऑन ड्यूटी.
ಫುಲ್ ಆನ್ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಮಾವನು.
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸೇಕೆಂಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಬೋಲ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ತೇನೆ, ಒಯ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೇನೆ.
ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಗಾಡಿ ಡ್ರೈವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದು ಸಮೀರ್ ಅಂತ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಇದ್ರು. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಪಾಪ ಕಿಡ್ನಿ ಸ್ಟೋನ್ ಆಗಿ ಅವರು ಹೋದ್ರು ಡೆಲ್ಲಿಗೆ, ಫ್ಲೈಟ್ ಹತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು ನಿನ್ನೆ ಲೇಯಿಂದ. ಅವಾಗಿಂದ ಇವರೇ ಡ್ರೈವರ್ ಕಮ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇವರೇ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇವ್ರಿಗೂ ಡ್ರೈವಿಂಗ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಮ ಹಿಮಾಂಶುಗೂ ಡ್ರೈವಿಂಗ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ.
ಏನೇ ಕೆಲಸ ಕೊಟ್ರು ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. So we have a doctor in work. So there's zero fluid, brake fluid on the rear brake of KTM. So we just took some brake oil from front, and now we are taking from another motorcycle also, just to make sure there's enough oil. So from this as well we are taking some more fuel, brake fluid, and then that will be injected in KTM rear brake. There you see. Now here it is. We'll take some oil from here as well.
Because sharing is caring.
Putting it back. So a true doctor for a motorcycle, that's Asif. He's making whatever is necessary to get the motorcycle fixed.
Proper mechanic.
So one who really understands the motorcycles and wants to make sure that everybody is safe on the road on the motorcycle, is doing everything which is needed. And now we will come this side, man. We put enough now so that it gets some brake oil to go. So taking some oil from my motorcycle also. bus. So little from every motorcycle, ensuring that it's taken. And go back and yes, that's the job taken care of now. This section is like one proper off-road section, but it's a very short section and you need to be really careful here because there's stones falling from the top all the time.
This is a landslide.
And that's why you need to be careful while you're coming there. You see all of that, those stones will roll down any time.
That's up to Piero.
Yeah, so no. Some quirky liners these bro guys use. BRO, when I say bro, they have some really nice cheeky lines that they use. Raja, I don't know what does that mean. So from morning we had certain different kind of incidents which has happened. So what has happened is TV's tail lamp is broken, it's come out, so his electronics are not working. Second incident, Sham DB killer just flew off. Luckily we got it, Asif fixed it as well. And the third thing what happened was already from yesterday the Madhu's KTM has been cribbing of so many other problems, issues, but today the brake fuel on the rear brake was completely exhausted, zero brake fuel, and you saw how we fixed that as well. So we used the local desi jugaad ideas. Asif Bhai quickly action on it and got everything fixed, so that way it was all done on time. So now we are back on track and heading towards Pangong. So the last couple of kilometers, close to about 25 odd kilometers, was superb hardcore off-roading. And what they're doing is they're widening the road. So initially these roads were really good, but then because they're widening the road, they've also took off the roads which are already good. So ideally what should have happened was they should have started constructing the road parallelly and then join them, but these guys just did it together. And maybe in another year or two this will be all fine, perfect, good roads, and we'll have no issues at all. And you see our entire team there, entire team. I'll just show you one by one. Hemant riding on the bullet now. Hemant on the bullet. And Anvesh is swapped with Hemant for his bike. And there comes KTM, Madhubai. Here's DV. And then we have NKK, and we have our one and only Sham Moto Sapien. So Sham has also got a couple of names in this ride. So Cine Sham Production is something that we've named him. He's planned to open one. And look at this vast road, man. You can see snow-capped mountain there, and the weather's getting bad up there. It might rain for us as well going forward in a bit, not too sure, but looking at the current weather, we anticipate there could be rain. And here we have certain sharp turns that we'll encounter, and we need to be like kind of as alert as possible and use all our skills. Here we get to cross this valley and get into the another valley now. So this bridge facilitates that, and once we do that, we are crossing the valleys and getting on to the next valley. And if you see, the minute you change the valley, the topography changes in certain sense, not necessarily every time, but in certain sense it changes. And Himanshu is doing some shoots, that's why we're all in the pack now. Okay, we'll have to stop that because there are traffic coming ahead. So this has been one amazing experience, beautiful experience, going through a lot of things running in mind. Main thing is to give the best ride possible to everybody who's come here and make sure that they feel it was worth to be a part of this ride. That's the whole experience that I want to give everyone who's come. And look at this. Wow, this looks so beautiful. So you are literally coming in middle of a mountain. So they've cut through the mountain and you're riding in between the mountain. So this reminds me of Indiana Jones. I don't know how many of you have seen Indiana Jones, but then this exactly reminds me of Indiana Jones movie, where you are going in between two mountains. They've cut through those two mountains and we're just coming in. Wow, that was a nice scenic beauty there. And look at these steep curves, and a lot of places you get some nice blind curves. So we will go ahead now. This is so mesmerizing. This view, such mesmerizing view. You just can't get enough of this, and you just don't know what you can expect next. It's just amazing. Despite of seeing mountains for the last couple of days, never felt that I am done with this. Never ever. I still feel I want to see more of this. We are going towards Durbuk. That's where we'll stop, which is about 50 kilometers, around 50 kilometers, not exactly. And towards the right hand side, in a bit, I'll show you a river which is called the Shok River. And there's a town also called Shok, in 22 kilometers ahead. See now, right ahead of me, the river that you see, it's called the Shok River. To my left is now Shok River there. And that's been following us for the last couple of kilometers, at least for the last 5-6 kilometers. It's been on our right hand side, and at the same time weather conditions are also getting cold. So once we changed the valley, the weather changed, and yeah, that's the Shok River on to my right hand side. And if you see straight ahead, the weather is getting really bad. There's snowfall happening. All of those are snowfall happening there. So we need to reach Durbuk at the earliest, just to make sure we don't encounter rain, because that when it comes to this side, it'll convert into rain, and we don't want to get stuck in rain. Everybody has kept their thermals inside, and I personally myself haven't carried my thermal. It's in the backup van. Again, we'll lose a lot of time there. Start the backup van, get it collected, wear it, all of it. So instead, the best alternative is to reach Durbuk. Absolutely, Anvesh bhai. Anvesh bhai, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗಾಡಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಉಂಟು ಅನ್ವೇಶ್ ಬೈ?
ನಮ್ಮ ಗಾಡಿ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ.
ಓಕೆ.
ಆದರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ
ಎಂತ
ಮಜಾ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ.
ಯಾಕೆ ಇದು ಏನು
ಟೈರ್ ಇಂದ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಗಾಡಿ ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಸಸ್ಪೆನ್ಷನ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ನಮಗೆ
ಓಕೆ 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 ಓಕೆ
ಕ್ಲಿಯರೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಮತ್ತೆ.
Okay. Since Anvesh is riding a classic 350, he has good torque in his motorcycle. The only thing is, it's a little heavy, and the suspension also is not too happy with it. And he's also fit and fine, standing at 6 feet tall at 105 kgs. So there's both disadvantages for him, but he's been coping up really well though. And especially while riding in this valley, there are two things you need to keep in mind. If you're on the valley where you're riding on the left hand side, try to maintain the similar left hand side itself, or sometime inevitable in the center, or always maintain left hand side. Second thing, do not keep your foot on the brake. A lot of time what happens is, first time people who travel here, they might have got their new riding gear or new shoes, something or the other, and they don't realize you have your foot constantly on the rear brake, because of which your disc or the drum gets heated up. Unknowingly, you will keep your foot on that, and it will be constantly in use, which you don't realize because the power that you're putting into your throttle, and you will have brake fail. So avoid keeping your foot on the brake foot. Instead, keep your leg a little out. So if the foot peg is here, keep your leg out and ride, and use it whenever you want, get it in. Or second thing to do is keep your foot a little behind, and only when you need to brake, get your foot ahead, use your brake. So that's very important, especially when you're doing such roads. And clutch plate burn is a very common thing here for people who come for the first time, or a motorcycle which is not capable of doing off-roading. And sometimes it's newbies also where you burn your clutch. So always play well whenever you are riding with your clutch, and do not burn your clutch. Going forward, as and when terrain changes, if there's anything that I need to tell you guys, I'll come back again.